Right, so I'm going to show you how to first unpack your mod and make a simple hex mod and then repack it so that it'll work in the game. So first what you want to do is you want to get this big asset file. It's 10 gigabytes because the developer is using 8K assets in the game. Really big file, and it's inside your Steam apps, inside your game, CyubeVR content packs. It's in here. So if you copy that and put it into here, now you also want to copy it and then you drag it into unpack.bat, and this will take, I think it takes me usually about 70 seconds to do it. Depends on your computer how powerful it is and so on and so forth. And whilst it's doing that, what we're going to do is we're going to make a thing. I'll just delete this. Yeah. So here's just a little tutorial mod folder, whatever. And this Unreal Packer tool, by the way, is obviously found in here. So I've got this, also this empty content hierarchy, and basically this is like an empty version of every single asset, like all the empty folders. This is very useful because it means you don't have to dummy any folders, and we'll get on to why you have to do that later on. So I'm just going to copy this content folder and I'm just going to paste it in here. There we go, it's done. Actually, it's much faster that time. So now I'm going to open up the I'm going to open up this unpacked folder, and you can see it looks like the same as the empty content stuff, but it has all of these assets in, right? And all of these assets are just materials, sounds, BPs, just, you know, everything that's not in a C++ class, basically. Now, these are all cooked assets, which means you can't just, you know, shove them in your game or shove them in Unreal Engine or wherever and it'll just work. That's sadly not how it works. But with hex modding, what you can do is basically edit a value of some file or whatever, and it'll change something in the game. So let's say I want to change the mining speed of a stick to instantly mine a stone block, right? So in here we have the tables folder, and inside here is literally, this is like data table. So in Unreal Engine there's like an asset type data table, and it stores values for a bunch of different things, whatever the developer wants to store. It's just basically a table of the values. And the thing we want to edit is this mining damage table. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy over these two files. You have to copy both of them and paste them in the exact same location inside of this empty content here, because we want to preserve the exact path within the content folder that it is in the game, so that when you replace the pack files I'll show later, it actually replaces the right files in the game. Otherwise your changes just won't work. So if I go back to tables folder, I've lost it. Nice one. Now I am going to go to something called USG UI. So you'll see USG UI in here, and it's a very nice tool. And basically it allows you to edit these hex files without having to see any hex yourself. So make sure you set the version up here to 4.26, otherwise it's not going to load. And then you open the file, and the file is in mods tutorial here. Tables, there we go, this one. So here's all a bunch of random information. You probably don't need to care about much of this stuff, but it's all very cool. You can have a look at any other file if you want. So we're just expanding these exports into the table info where all of the values are stored for all these different blocks and ores and all sorts of things. So let's just edit stone. So stick is 0.17, so I'm assuming this mines at 17% speed or something, assuming that 1 is instantly. So let's just set it to 1. So now the stick will mine instantly, and I want the pickaxe to mine at 10 times slower. And let's say I've never actually played this game, I've literally never loaded up this game before. But let's see what happens if we set arrow to 1. Maybe I'm assuming like if you shoot the block it disappears or something, I don't know really. But we'll see. So now I've saved the file. Just you know, save or whatever, Control S works. If we close this, so now it's generated the .back or whatever. These are basically like backup files of the same thing. That doesn't really matter. So now, what you want to do is take this content folder, and you want to copy it to your input folder, and you want to paste it in here. So now what you want to do is drag the input into repack.bat, and your console should look something like this. And also you should get a file called input_p.pack, and it should have, if it says like 1 kilobyte or 0 kilobytes, then you've done something wrong. Now you want to make sure that it definitely has the _p at the end, otherwise it won't get loaded into the game. So now you just simply want to copy and paste this file into the packs folder, the same one as this. And if you load the game up, I have tested this, but I can't test it myself because I don't have VR, which is sort of ironic. But the head game developer has tested this himself, and it does work. But it will basically replace the stick should mine at full like instantly, should mine a stone block instantly now. And that's how you make a hex mod. So you can do this with any file you want. One other fun one I was thinking of doing at some point, if I just save it easy. Yeah, it's the fireworks particles. So if I open up, what's it called? UAsset GUI again. Let's see. Maybe this one? Yeah, we'll save that. I was thinking maybe we could edit the size of the firework, or something. I don't know. You'd have to see. Maybe this one of these. Like value to something in here. You could edit. But basically, let's say you want to make the explosion site when you shoot an arrow into a deer or something, it explodes and it causes a nuclear explosion or something. I don't know, that would be kind of funny. But you can do anything really. Any of these assets you can edit. Now do be careful. Sometimes when you edit an asset, it will cause the game to crash, because you might have, if any of the offsets, like the actual offsets in memory, change from what they originally are, and you haven't done some other technical thing which I won't go into right now, to basically keep it working, whatever, it will just crash the game. So you've got to be quite careful, and do please feel free to ask me, Mr. Fullerene, how, you know, with any issues you have, because obviously, you know, if this is your first time doing any sort of modding in Unreal Engine, then, you know, you're going to come across problems. So that's just how it is. There's always going to be problems. But yeah, this is just a introduction tutorial, and there will be more coming soon with what's it called, audio modding as well, because I do a lot of audio modding stuff, and that will be more advanced because you will have to install Unreal Engine. But yeah, I'll see you in the modding chat, I guess.